Okay, welcome back to Readings and Commentary with Insane Sam. These are readings from history, philosophy, poetry, literature, just anything in the written word I like that I think you might like. And this week's readings are going to be all about trains. And the first one I got for you is the lyrics to the song City of New Orleans. And as I've explained to you before, song lyrics are nothing but poetry put to music. So I'm going to give you this train song today. You know, when I was a young boy, 6th grade or so, my parents called all us boys into the room and said, "Boys, an outfit called Amtrak's about to take over the national rail system. It's run by the U.S. government. And once they do it, the train system will never be the same. And so we're going to take you on a cross-country rail trip now so you boys can remember what the great trains were like when they were still running." So we went to New York City and got on the Southern Crescent, which was run by a railroad called the Southern Railroad. And it went from Penn Station down to New Orleans. We got our own Pullman car room that had 2 rooms into one. It had a wall in the middle you could remove. And so during the day, the family was in one big room, and at night we'd put up the wall. My parents would have a private room, and we boys would have a private room. And the best thing was the dining car. It was just beautiful. It had that heavy linen tablecloths and napkins and stuff, heavy forks and knives. The menu was great, all kinds of stuff on there. And as you walked into the dining car, you could look over to the right and see where the cooks were cooking on this big iron stove stuck with running on logs that were burning in there. I'll never forget that trip. And for my whole life, every time I listen to this song, I think about that trip. And every time I'm on a long train trip, I think of that trip. So here we go. I'm going to give it to you now, and then we'll talk a little bit more about trains when this is done. Here we go. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and rolls along past houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no name and freight yards full of old black men and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. "Good morning, America, how are you?" Said, "Don't you love me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old men in the club car. A penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels rumbling neath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. And mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the City of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning, through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. But all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his songs again. The passengers will please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are you? I said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. You know, I before I did this song, I sent off for this Illinois Central t-shirt, which is the train that's the City of New Orleans. It was and still is. And I've ridden that train a few times. It's called the City of New Orleans going from Chicago to New Orleans, but also the same going from New Orleans to Chicago. If you leave from Memphis and go, New Orleans going north, which is the first way I did it, you leave at about 3:30 in the afternoon, get there 9 in the morning, which was perfect for me because I had a meeting in Chicago I had to go to the next morning. Stayed a day and then got back on the real one going from Chicago to New Orleans. And that one you leave at about 8:30 in the morning, get to New Orleans 3 in the afternoon. Now, but when I got this t-shirt, I sent off to an outfit called customtrains.org, and this t-shirt just came in today, and they sent me a bunch of nice stuff. They sent me this sticker I can put on the wall of the Illinois Central locomotive. They sent me all these little custom.org cards. They sent me some brochures that show you the different trains that this guy, he does these drawings of these trains. Just a wonderful outfit. And I've got 2 more t-shirts ordered from this guy now. One for the New Haven line in Connecticut and another one for the Southern Crescent, and I hope I get them. So that's the end of this reading. Do yourself a favor. Press subscribe so you can subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe. And do yourself a real favor. Go ride a train across this country. It won't be like the one I took, but by God, it's a train and you'll love it. With that, Insane Sam out.